My name is Ryan Walter. I am a tiefling arcane trickster, level 5, Zarthus of Buh. Buh is M-B-U-H, the M is silent.
And so I'm Vittorio, I'm the dungeon master for this campaign.
And finally we get to this bar tavern sort of part of the keep, and there are a bunch of goblins in there. Two of them in particular are particularly loud and drunk, and their names are Haagen and Dazs.
So I'm maybe not the best dungeon master in
Exhibit
that
A.
I frequently forget to name the characters that I build into the campaign, so looked around the room, saw some ice cream, named Haagen and Dazs.
So Haagen and Dazs are sitting at the bar, and we overhear them talking about how they had recently captured a dryad, which is like a forest spirit, and how the dryad was very pretty and, quote, was a fine piece of grass, unquote. So they talk about how she's in the dungeon, and then they depart to go see this dryad together. And long story short, through a series of other events, we have to surrender our weapons, and we're taken down to the same dungeon. And we find ourselves smack in the middle of the armory of the entire keep. We capture the Goblin King in one piece. We take out his minions. Everything is quiet, except there is one goblin left. And it is good old Goblin Dazs, sitting at the bar, crying his eyes out with a massive jug of hard alcohol. He is so sad because he found his best friend Haagen dead in the armory, which means that we may or may not, definitely did have a direct hand in his death. So one member of our party has minor illusion, and so we cast it at the bottom of his glass, and so at the bottom of his glass appears a hologram, a little vision of Daz's deceased friend Haagen, and so Daz cries out, lands unconscious on the bar floor. We search his body just for a good measure, and we find on his neck, poor boyo, a locket that is half the shape of a heart, broken in half, that says Haagen, who is his now deceased friend. We decide to go back into the armory and go back to find Haagen's body to see if he has a matching locket for Daz. True to form, he does. We return back to the unconscious Daz to mend the heart of Haagen and Daz back together, and we left knowing that we had brought maybe some form of closure to Daz.